welcome to another wonderful episode on Football Inside. I am David Eri reaching out to you from Starcross Television. Hope you have a wonderful and exciting weekend. The weekend was really favorable to some teams, so I know some teams are also there who do not have a very smooth ride via the weekend. But once again, welcome to Football Inside, and I have my full team here. I have Brother Elijah and Ambassador. Brother Elijah already is on the winning side, and Ambassador currently his
It's on
team
the hot
is
seat.
yes, and the rest of other teams. Yes, Ambassador, how are you today?
I'm fine, I'm
And
good.
Brother Elijah, how are you today?
I'm very fine.
Definitely,
Yeah.
I know you're very fine. But before we delve into the Premier League, let's take a look at what transpired during the weekend for the Spanish La Liga side. Yes, Real Madrid once again has been crowned champions ahead of FC Barcelona. And another history that took part is Girona winning Barca home and away, and this made it 83 years. Real Madrid has been behind the Catalonian side. They have kept a standard for 83 years. They have not been behind any Catalonian side. Ambassador, how do you see Girona? You once said that there's nothing that is not possible. Everything is possible, but Girona could not make it. But they have made it, emerging of second in the Spanish La Liga. Is it a shocker to you?
It's not a shocker. We saw them how they started. They were all over the Spanish La Liga league. You know, they were winning games that nobody expected. They were dragging points and winning the big boys in the La Liga Santander. So it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. I knew very well that they are going to be in the top four, and congratulations to them that they have made it to the Champions League.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, joining us via Zoom, we have Mr. Sam all the way from Abuja. Sam, can you hear us? All right. Now we are looking at La Liga Santander, and we have seen a very wonderful experience. We saw Girona trashing FC Barcelona 4-2, and it has been 83 years since since FC Barcelona went behind any Catalonian team. Is it a shock for you?
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all. But for Barcelona, I'm not surprised as how they've moved time in their form.
All right, thank you so much. But do you think inexperience has made Girona not to clinch the La Liga Santander trophy?
Inexperience, yes, because it takes a whole lot to upturn what Real Madrid is doing right now. If you look at Real Madrid, if you look at the record they've set, they've just lost just one game throughout the whole season, which is quite impressive. And if you look at the goals that they've scored over 80 goals. And if you look at the goals they've considered just a little above 20. Which goes to show you that defensively they are solid, attacking wise they are solid. The transitions they are solid for Girona. It's just the first time they are trying the waters. And I think next season and upper season they can do better.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Sam. Elijah, you've heard what Mr. Sam has said. Do you think there's any contrary opinion to that? The likes of Atletico Madrid and FC Barcelona, these have been teams that have done tremendously well in the La Liga Santander, but Girona come in, and do you think normally the group of Man City, the company owning Man City and the rest team, they normally invest a lot into these teams, but we notice there's no much investment, but the collective effort from these players without big name has taken them up.
Yeah, if you want to talk about investment,
Yeah.
It's not really about the investment. Of course, the investment plays a very big role in developing a team like it did to Manchester City. But let us look at the other side. Let's look at Arsenal too. Arsenal did not have so much development, but I think they had some good players playing together, and at the end of the day, they are challenging for the Premier League. So the way I'm looking at Girona, of course, they have tried their best. They have done extremely well. This is nobody expected to see Girona finishing second in the Spanish La Liga table and ahead of Barcelona. It's quite surprising, but that's football for football is a thing that grows every day. So if you want to sit back at home and you expect that, yes, because you're a big team, you will always come out to be a big team, then you end up finding yourself at the 10th position, just like my team did last season.
All right, away from that, yes, let's move over to the Italian Serie A. Yes, Italian Serie A is a very exciting league. Currently, we have Inter Milan topping that league, and AC Milan second, Juventus third, and Bologna, the short inclusion, another small team shocking the world. And this is a team that has proven that they will be ready to face the bigger boys in the Champions League. Ambassador, we spoke about Bologna last week, and Bologna again are still trying to maintain that pace. They have displaced Atlanta and the likes of Napoli, which we're expecting to be there at the top four. Any hopes for Bologna's performance next year in the Champions League?
Of course, of course. If they can make it to the Champions League, you know, one thing about Champions League football, Champions League football is not anything different from what you play in your local league. It's just to put in your best. It's just to play as though you're playing with somebody that is different, is new to you.
Alright.
And football, in football, anything can happen. Like I used to say, anything can happen. You can be very surprised that a team like Bologna might go very far in the Champions League. They can scale through the group stages, and they can even forge ahead maybe to get to the quarterfinals or the semi. So anything can happen in football.
All right, thank you so much. All right, over to you, Mr. Sam. Shock inclusion for the Italian Serie A. We are seeing Bologna at the top four with a very wonderful coach, Motta. We never expected Bologna to be in the top four. Is it a very surprise inclusion for you?
Shocking, I would say, yes, shocking. Because if you look at Thiago Motta,